Hello and welcome back to my vlog, part 24 of Flatland, section 16, How the Stranger Vainly Endeavored to Reveal to Me in Words the Mysteries of Spaceland, part 1. As soon as the sound of the peace cry of my departing wife had died away, I began to approach the stranger with the intention of taking a nearer view and of bidding him be seated. But his appearance struck me dumb and motionless with astonishment. Without the slightest symptoms of angularity, he nevertheless varied every instant with gradations of size and brightness scarcely possible for any figure within the scope of my experience. The thought flashed across me that I might have before me a burglar or cutthroat, some monstrous, irregular isosceles who, by feigning the voice of a circle, had obtained admission somehow into the house and was now preparing to stab me with his acute angle. In a sitting room, the absence of fog, and the season happened to be remarkably dry, made it difficult for me to trust to sight recognition, especially at the short distance at which I was standing. Desperate with fear, I rushed forward with an unceremonious, "You must permit me, sir," and felt him. My wife was right. There was not the trace of an angle, not the slightest roughness or inequality. Never in my life had I met with a more perfect circle. He remained motionless while I walked round him, beginning from his eye and returning to it again. Circular he was throughout, a perfectly satisfactory circle. There could not be a doubt of it. Then followed a dialogue, which I will endeavor to set down as near as I can recollect it, omitting only some of my profuse apologies. For I was covered with shame and humiliation that I, a square, should have been guilty of the impertinence of feeling a circle. It was commenced by the stranger with some impatience at the lengthiness of my introductory process. Stranger: "Have you felt me enough by this time? Are you not introduced to me yet?" I: "Most illustrious sir, excuse my awkwardness, which arises not from ignorance of the usages of polite society, but from a little surprise and nervousness consequent on this somewhat unexpected visit, and I beseech you to reveal my indiscretion to no one, and especially not to my wife. But before your lordship enters into further communication, would he deign to satisfy the curiosity of one who would gladly know whence his visitor came?" Stranger: "From space. From space, sir. Whence else?" I: "Pardon me, my lord, but is not your lordship already in space? Your lordship and his humble servant, even at this moment?" Stranger: "Pooh! What do you know of space? Define space." I: "Space, my lord, is height and breadth indefinitely prolonged." Stranger: "Exactly. You see, you do not even know what space is. You think it is of 2 dimensions only, but I have come to announce to you a third: height, breadth, and length." I: "Your lordship is pleased to be merry. We also speak of length and height, or breadth and thickness, thus denoting 2 dimensions by 4 names. Stranger: "But I mean not only 3 names, but 3 dimensions. I: "Would your lordship indicate or explain to me in what direction is the 3rd dimension unknown to me?" Stranger: "I came from it. It is up above and down below." I: "My lord means seemingly that it is northward and southward." Stranger: "I mean nothing of the kind. I mean a direction in which you cannot look, because you have no eye in your side." I: "Pardon me, my lord, a moment's inspection will convince your lordship that I have a perfect luminary at the juncture of 2 of my sides." Stranger: "Yes, but in order to see into space, you ought to have an eye not on your perimeter, but on your side, that is, on what you would probably call your inside, but we in Spaceland should call it your side." I: "An eye in my inside? An eye in my stomach? Your lordship jests." Stranger: "I am in no jesting humor. I tell you that I come from space, or, since you will not understand what space means, from the land of 3 dimensions, whence I but lately looked down upon your plane, which you call space forsooth. From that position of advantage, I discerned all that you speak of as solid, by which you mean enclosed on four sides. Your houses, your churches, your very chests and safes, yes, even your insides and stomachs, all lying open and exposed to my view. I. Such assertions are easily made, my lord. Stranger. But not easily proved, you mean. But I mean to prove mine. When I descended here, I saw your four sons, the pentagons, each in his apartment, and your two grandsons, the hexagons. I saw your youngest hexagon remain a while with you and then retire to his room, leaving you and your wife alone. I saw your isosceles servants, 3 in number, in the kitchen at supper, and the little page in the scullery. Then I came here, and how do you think I came? Through the roof, I suppose. Stranger. Not so. Your roof, as you know very well, has been recently repaired, and has no aperture by which even a woman could penetrate. I tell you, I came from space. Are you not convinced by what I have told you of your children and household? I. Your lordship must be aware that such facts touching the belongings of his humble servant might be easily ascertained by any one in the neighborhood possessing your lordship's ample means of obtaining information. We'll find out more about this tomorrow in part 2 of section 16, how the stranger vainly endeavored to reveal to me in words the mysteries of Spaceland. Make it a great day, and bye for now.